Welcome to a very special edition of the Devil's Down Low. I'm joined here by head coach Marc Mitchell from the 9th-ranked FDU-Florham women's basketball team. How you doing today, coach?
Doing great, thanks, Brian.
Great. So the season has finally arrived. We're getting down to the final hours here before you head down to St. Mary's College in Maryland. What are your feelings going into the opener against York tomorrow at 7 p.m.?
I guess a little nervous, this year. A lot of new faces on the team. But we're expecting great things this season.
Great. So obviously the question on all our fans and everyone's mind this season is, what do you expect with the transition? Obviously we lost Kyra Dayon, who are going to go down as two of the best players in school history, along with Leanne Lively with her three-point shooting prowess. What do you expect? How do you transition to a new era here at FDU?
Well, losing those players, including Delisha Thompson and Quanisha Harris, those are five great players to our program. The message that we have for the new kids that are in here is, there's a legacy that they have to live up to. So it's a lot of hard work, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. So they have to just get accustomed to our way of doing things. Our FDU culture.
Mm-hmm. So obviously, with the loss of those seniors, you are bringing back Shalette Brown, Alyssa McDonough, and Rachel Groom, who have obviously been key contributors over this great last few seasons and success.
Mm-hmm.
How have you put it on them as more to be the leaders of this team, and how have they transitioned into that role where now they're looked upon to continue the success the team has had?
Yeah, absolutely. We're leaning very heavily on those three young ladies, Rachel, Shalette, and Alyssa. So it is a tremendous amount of pressure on them. But they've been through it. They understand what it takes. It's just the matter of in which they communicate our message to all our new players into our program, and understanding what's necessary to get done for the end result.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, one of those players I spoke about was Rachel Groom, and obviously Rachel was a key player on the 2014 national championship team.
Yeah.
And then unfortunately last season we lost her due to an injury. But now that she's back and ready to go, how have you helped integrate her back into the flow of things here?
Well, Rachel's just a great, a great athlete. I think she's the best post player in the country at our level. She just does everything the right way, and we're just so happy to have her back this year. And you'll see big things out of her this season.
Great. And then obviously we talked about some of the new players that have come on here. Obviously a lot more minutes to be filled now with the loss of the twins and Leanne and Quanisha and Delisha and so forth. With these new players, including a couple of transfers, what have you done what should we expect, I guess I should say, from these players as they take the court and try to learn about our FDU culture here and the style of play?
There are transfer students, is what you're referring
Mm-hmm.
to. Danielle and Carrie, they have to get they just have to get accustomed to the way we play. It's a much faster pace. We're much more aggressive than what they're accustomed to. It's much more aggressive. So they just have to, get their feet wet a little bit and understand we're an up and down team, and they'll be fine. They'll be fine once we get going.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, transitioning from the Division II game now to the Division III level.
Yeah.
What about any of the freshmen? Are there any freshmen that jump out that have how have they transitioned to the collegiate game from the high school level?
Well, we're really excited about Raven Dowling and Fernanda Reyes. We're really excited about those two young ladies coming in as freshmen, including Mariah Martinez. We think that those particular freshmen will contribute right away. I wouldn't say in a starting role, but for us in our FDU culture, starting never really matters. It's just who's on the floor at that particular moment. It's a collective effort, and I believe those particular young ladies will contribute mightily to what we're doing.
Great. And then obviously the big thing is we've looked ahead at the schedule here, and only 8 home games this season, and obviously outside of a few returners, a lot of new players. What has been your message to the freshmen and some of our new players regarding the road contest and some of the adversity they may face in opposing gyms from raucous crowds?
Well, Brian, honestly, there is a method to my madness. We in the recruiting process, we're telling our recruits and and now our incoming freshmen that, hey, we do play a lot of road games. There's a reason for that. We want them to feel, the discomfort of being away from home, going up against raucous crowds, and you have to develop a tough skin to play, because our only focus is postseason play. The regular season is just a process to get to the postseason. So we want to get them ready for those last 6 games of the season.
Great. All right, thanks, Coach, and good luck, obviously, this weekend and going forward with the season. The nationally ranked Devils will open up their season against York College down at St. Mary's College in Maryland on Friday at 7 p.m. For all information and more things Devils, head to FDU-Devils.com.